FlossTube. It is Eden from Eden's Garden Variety. Welcome in. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. It is evening here. It's about 6 o'clock here in Southwest Louisiana, Central Standard Time on September the 30th. So it is October Eve, spooky season eve. I am a huge fan of October and Halloween and all of the things and festivities that starting in October. I have so much to share with you guys. Not so much like in the way of progress. I have a small amount of haul, and I have some finishes, and they're previous finishes for the most part, and FFOs, but I do want to show them to you. Yeah, so previous finishes. You will have seen in the intro clips that I switched out my September calendar crate for my October calendar crate. So you saw that process. It was kind of a mess and I didn't film it well. I didn't use my tripod like I am now. And I should have, but I do have that changed. So that was the first previous finish that you'll have seen. The next one, which I keep out, I showed you last month's when I showed, but this is the October Cottage of the Month, and this pattern is by Country Cottage Needleworks. I have finished them in cube. It's a cube finish. It's on a styrofoam cube, and they're actually a really thick cube, but we had to use a knife and we cut it into 3. So this is how it's a fat piece of fabric on the back, which I chose this orange gingham, and then this is pinned, the finish is pinned to the front, and then I have 2 ribbons picked out here, and then I have got what do I have? Oh, and I did a double bow on this. So this is the October Cottage of the Month. And I keep that in my living room. It goes on display there. And that is one that, I switch out every month. If anybody's wondering, this is a Canada Dry Cranberry Ginger Ale like water bottle mix. And it's very good. Okay, anyway, the next finish I'm going to show, these are all Halloween and fall. And I'm showing these because, of course, I'm decorating things for Halloween. So the first one, this is Cleo by Nora Corbett. I finished, this is the first, oh, there's such a bad glare. There we go. This is better, but not great. So this is the first Nora Corbett that I ever finished. This is Cleo from the Bewitching Pixie series. Excuse me, my face was itching. And, oh, I also just did my nails. This is a temp changer nail polish. So the cold end of your nail is green and it fades to like a white based on temperature. I'll link the website I get this from, and I have a subscription for gel polishes every month, and they give me a discount code, and I have a code that I'm allowed to share with y'all as well, so I'll put that down there. I don't know if we get anything for sharing that code, maybe some product credit, I'm not sure, but anyway. This is Cleo. I finished her in 2020, I believe. There's my little initials, but she was a lot of fun to stitch. You can't really see, those are thick beads right there. They're very pretty. But this is Cleo. I'm so sorry about the glare. I stitched her on a piece of Witching Hour from Hand Dyed Fabrics. No, I think Witching Hour is from Under the Sea Fabrics. Yeah, Under the Sea Fabrics, and it is linen. So that is Cleo. Next, this is another Bewitching Pixie. This is the one that I finished her last year, I believe, or the year before. This is Eva, and I did not put glass on her because it didn't work. I do prefer to have glass on my beaded pieces, but this is Eva, and this frame, we made this frame at our LNS, we do matting and framing and all that. But this is the frame. They have this frame in black, silver, and gold, and I've used all 3 for projects, which you will see. You saw the silver one in the last video with my Zodiac piece, and I used the gold one on a Christmas piece that I'll show you guys later on. But yeah, so this is Eva, and she is stitched on Witching Hour as well, but this is an opalescent piece. And whatever I do my next one on, I don't know. I thought the opalescent would be good because she's in the sky. Kind of looks like stars maybe. But that's Eva. Pink is my favorite color, so I was a big fan of Eva. So there's Eva. And that Cleo, what I was saying, we framed her in just a Walmart frame because we did not have our LNS at the time. I finished this in 2019, but I did not get this framed until year before last. But this is Garden of Erie by Plum Street Samplers, and we did frame this one again in the shop, and I did put glass on it. So this piece of fabric is from Fabric of the Month from Under the Sea Fabrics, but it was a 2018 or 2019 color, and I do not recall the name of it. I don't believe it's part of the regular line, but it might be. But it's greens and pinks. I did sub out colors in this for my own, and I used oh gosh, if I remember I'll insert the name of the threads, not the color names but the brand. But anyway, so the bottom says, this work wrought by E. Solinsky, 19. My maiden name is Solinsky. My married name is Taylor. Okay, everybody, so we're gonna make this quick because my phone is struggling for storage. But anyway, so this is the next finish that I did. The frame is like a coppery gold brown, which I like for fall. But that is the next piece that I was from last year. This is my Autumn Quaker by Rosewood Manor. I have finished the Winter Quaker as well. I'm going to be entering it into the fair this year, along with one of my more recent finishes, diamond painting finishes. But anyway, so this is Autumn Quaker. I did this in the called for threads, the Valdani. Is it Valdani? Yeah, the Valdani threads, and I did the call for fabric, call for count, all that. It's all Picture This Plus fabric. But this piece was a lot of fun. It went a lot faster than I thought. I finished it and finished this, I think, in 21 maybe. But I entered it in the fair for last year. Anyway, so I actually used the same frame and the same cranberry colored mat, but this one is double matted, so it's got a green in this as well. But yeah, so this is non-glare glass, so you can see there is still a glare, but much less of one. If you've ever wondered what the difference is between the regular glass and non-glare, this is non-glare glass. And you can see all the little elements. There's acorns, little flowers. There's the acorns right there. In the bottom, it has got my first initial in there, which I think might be a little bit off center, but it's okay. But yeah, so this is one of my finishes that I'm very, very proud of. I'm proud of all of them, but I'm especially proud of this one. It's a piece that I think lots of people that come in the shop, we have it on model display all year round until I finish the other seasons. But when the fair is over, it can be displayed in the shop until November. But anyway, so this piece, people come in the shop, and this and the Mirabilias and Nora's with all the beads, people are like, oh wow, oh my gosh, that's so intimidating. it's not really intimidating. It's just regular cross stitches. It's just with a fancy thread, and it is large and it looks like a lot, but it's really not a lot. This is pretty easy stitching in my opinion. It's just bigger, and the chart is done so well. Like, you couldn't ask for a better chart in my opinion. Anyway, so that is all that I have for previous finishes. Next, let's talk about finishes, like just current ones that I've just done. I have finished, well, I had a diamond painting done already. It was Belle. So there's that. The next one, you guys don't know about this piece at all, but it is a very recent finish. I finished it last month. This is a new release Mill Hill kit, one of the fall releases. It's called Hello Autumn. This is a Mill Hill frame, just because we can stock these in our store. It is a Mill Hill frame, and then we put a green and then a kind of tealy blue, like a dark teal blue, to match these boots. We did a double mat, and you can see there's beads all in it. That's a button. You can see all the beads. My lighting, you can see how many kind of at an angle, but I really enjoyed stitching this. It was a lot of fun. And these Mill Hill kits are great as long as you have a way to get them to stay, because they don't come with these. We have to use our framer's point gun to get that to stay in. But that's that, and it just props up real cute. And those are all of the FFOs to show, whether previous or current. But I do have one other large finish to show. I never really got to show y'all this, but this is my most recent diamond painting finish. I finished it this past week. It is a Diamond Art Club canvas. This is my second Diamond Art Club piece. I would prefer to only do Diamond Art Club, but I do have some kits in my stash that are not, back from my naive days, and I'm gonna do them. I'm paid for them. I'm gonna do them. I just won't advertise where I got them. But you can see how sparkly this is. This is called Easter Bunny Basket. I got it a couple years ago, last spring maybe. Not this past one, but the one before. This is not very big. My first diamond painting, I can insert a picture of right here. And then my second one was Belle. So this one was not anywhere near as large. So I'm gonna get this framed. I'm not in a huge hurry to have it framed because of the fact that it is seasonal, and I can't really do anything with this until the spring. So, but that is my most recent finish. All right, so next we're gonna talk about whips, and I only have two. You have seen them before. In my last video, I showed them that they were kind of in the cards, just not for sure kind of how I was gonna, what order I was gonna be in. And so the first thing that I'm gonna show you is Kiwi Santa by Mill Hill, and excuse the crinkling. This is what it will look like when it's done. It's these are Australian Santas. They're called Down Under Santas. That's this year's series. So he has the little kiwi birds, and up to now I have done everything, and this is where we are now. So everything, all the back stitching is done except for his beard. I don't have his beard in. I usually wait until last to add the beard and mustache, and then all of the cross stitches are done. So all I have left to do is the beading and the beard, and then I cut him out and back him, and he'll be finished, and I will move on to something else. But that is the progress that I have on the Kiwi Santa. But the next piece that I have, I'm gonna show is my favorite Halloween piece, and it is my Halloween focus piece. Not gonna be my only piece, but it's Widow Black's B&B, and this is what the finished product looks like. This is the model stitch photo. And then I will see if I have a picture of where I had it the last video a couple weeks ago. So this is where it is now. And I have done quite a bit. So the stitches that were missing on the page, first page, were the crow's legs and beaks. So I added those today. And so the first page really is done, except for some specialty stitches and buttons, which I will save for the end. And then the second page, which the house started on, that is now completely finished. Started on the third page, which is from right there over. So this dark column all the way over. So I have started on that third page, and the third page is dense stitching. It's all house for the most part. There's a lot of roof. I've even added, look, I added the smoke. Most of the smoke, I carried that. I had thread left, so I was like, I'll just come down here and do it. So I started working on that third page, and that is where I'm at. So it's decent progress. I've only worked on this like 3 times since my last video. I worked on it last night for just a little bit, and then I had a friend that I stitched with at our shop on Wednesday, and I worked on this, and I didn't get a whole lot done. I put the ghost in that day, but anyway, so I do love that piece very much. It's just you have to do every cross all together at once because of the hand-dyed threads. If you want it to have an actual variegated effect, you can do like one leg and then come back with the other, but I find that my stitches look better and the variegation flows better if I just do one full cross at a time. Okay, so that's it for finishes and whips. This is just a little shorter, but I do have some plans, and I have a couple of books to talk about. I don't remember if I talked about really any of them in the last video, but I am going to talk about them today. So first, let's talk about plans though. So of course, I do plan on continuing working on my haunted house. That I do want that to be my focus piece for the month of October. I also want to start and finish this Halloween Mill Hill kit. This was new this year. It's called Haunted Cottage. I want to work on my epic Pokemon for my godson and my Disney princess piece for my goddaughter. But the thing is, I don't think I'm gonna make them focus pieces probably until like focus pieces until next year, because I want the end of the year is when I usually do all of my favorite stitching, so I want to wait. But this, just as a refresher, this is where the epic Pokemon starting point will be. That is one full page, and I have gotten into the second one a little bit. So that is one full page, and I'm stitching that on what am I stitching this on? 32 count Lugana 2/2, and it is easy count. All right, so there's that. This is probably 32 count as well, but this is 1/1 full cross. I will see if I can insert a picture of what this looks like right here. I have it on my iPad. But this is where I'm at. That's about 2 pages. None of them are finished, but it is about 2 pages. That is Pocahontas and her hair there that I've been working on. There's many colors in here. So there's pinks, lavenders, blues, black, all kinds of colors. Last but not least, as far as plans, I don't have, so with diamond painting, now that I finished the one that I had been working on, I am going to start a new one so that when I don't feel like sitting and really concentrating on stitching, I do have something to do. I do have one Halloween kit. It is Miss Havisham, and it is a Diamond Art Club kit, but I don't really feel like working on it. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna work through kits until I feel I'm working on it, and if I never feel like it, I'm gonna sell the kit. So anyway, so the kit that I decided to kit up next is another Diamond Art Club, and it is called Winter Welcome. And this is what it looks like. Super cute. There are 60 colors in this. Actually, I think there's 63 or 64 colors in this. I only had 60 containers, so I had to make do and pull the other ones and kind of label them another way. But this is what it looks like. It is going to be 36.6 inches by 27.6 inches, and it is a square kit. So that is going to be the diamond painting that I do next. And that is it for project plans. And I do have a latch hook, and I have some ornaments that I want to do, but I probably will not be getting into those until a little later in the year. But those are the plans that I for sure know that I want to do. I do have a little bit of haul. I'm going to talk about books really quick first, because I only have 3 to mention. I finished a book called A Flicker in the Dark, and that book, oh shoot, I haven't written it down yet. That book was a book of the month pick some time ago, and I picked it because the main character, they're in Louisiana. They're living in Baton Rouge, and I'm sorry, I keep looking over here. My little camera is actually right here, but I'm looking at me. It's like making eye contact with somebody is kind of how it feels, but not really. But anyway, I'm sorry about that. It's gonna look weird, but the book A Flicker in the Dark, it's a thriller, and it is very, very good. It's about a woman whose father was arrested as convicted of being a serial killer, and you know that up front. That's not a mystery, but she works as a psychologist, and she has a pill abuse problem, which you kind of read about, and that's probably the most frustrating aspect of the story. It's like, okay, anyway, so that could be triggering. It does talk about towards the end there are some non-consensual sexual things that come up, not with the main character. It's someone else talking about, oh look, my nails are green now, all the way green for the most part. But anyway, so it's very good though. It's very, very good. I kind of had everything figured out right at or maybe a little before the halfway point of the book, but I loved reading it. It kept me so interested, and I finished it in a day and a half. It was fantastic. But that's the only previous read that I wanted to recommend. I cannot remember the author's name, but I will see about inserting it here if I can. If not, I will put it in the description box. The next book that I'm reading, it's called Sign Here, and this was an October book of the month last year. I don't have the dust jacket on it, but this is it, and it's by Claudia Lux, and it's about this guy named Peyote Trip, and he works in hell, and he is a deal closer. Like, people sign their souls over essentially in exchange for something. So I'm not very far into it. I'm just this far. Page, I don't even know. It does read pretty quickly. It's page 73 is where I'm at. But it's good. I'm enjoying it so far. And I'm also reading a book called Packbound on my Kindle. I will see if I can insert a photo of the cover here. It is a fantasy adult romance, so not for small eyes, young eyes. we'll say. But it has been enjoyable so far as well. But yeah, so that's books. Those are, I don't have any plans with books. I just kind of pick up what I feel. But that's what's going on with my reading. Now I'm going to show you my haul. So I don't have very much. I did get the bead pack for Lady Justice, which Lady Justice, if y'all don't know, she is actually, the way she's represented, she's got a blindfold on and the scales of justice, justice and truth, or truth and, anyway. This is straight out of Greek mythology, and I love Greek mythology. I've always have. Egyptian mythology as well. But this is straight out of Greek mythology. You should look up Lady Justice in Greek mythology. But anyway, I got the pattern and I got the bead pack. And I'm really surprised there's only 3 different beads in here. Anyway, so I got the bead pack. I have part 11 in the Woodland Christmas series here. And then I got my Lady Dot Creates club from Crazy Annie. So it's got velveteen trim. There's some little charms in here, but it's black velveteen and green trim, and then there's some purple and black. There's some purple rickrack, and then some like twine in there. I'm not going to take it all out because I'll lose it, but I got that. And last, and I'm so excited about this, I was browsing Hirschner's because I do that sometimes. Hirschner's gets a lot of things that we cannot find wholesale to sell at the shop. So I browse Hirschner's for ornament kits and latch hooks. That's where I get those things. And I do have quite a few things that I want to order that are in my Hirschner's cart. But this kit, I saw this kit in their magazine. And I said, oh my God, I have to have that. Y'all know how I feel about pink after my last video and talking about it. I was like, oh my God, I have to have that immediately. So I ordered a kit. And I got it, but I got it on Amazon. And unfortunately, I didn't realize, went to the Amazon page later and I saw this kit. And this one got here before the other one, unfortunately, or I could compare them. But this is the kit I am keeping. I will send the other one back and I will explain why. But this is the kit. This is a Luca S Gold Collection kit. And you see why I had to have it. This is going to be for Christmas decorations in here, but it's all white with pinks, and there's a nutcracker and a tree, and there's Santa, and it's just, this is a dream come true to me for Christmas decor. So I had to have this. I think it was $79. The one that I ordered was about this much. The nutcracker was moved over here, but it had no fireplace. It was about this much, and they had put the tree kind of over this direction. So it had the part of the tree, Santa, and part of the cat. That was it. And when I saw this, I said, oh, but that's so much bigger and more detailed. I have to get that one. Duh. So, yeah. So this kit, and it looks like the threads are really nice and organized. They look like they're almost bobbinated. I think they're on strips, but they look bobbinated to me. Yeah, so I had to have this. Now, something I haven't done intentionally is go and look at what else they have, because I don't need to do that, because this looks like fantastic quality. This looks like Dimensions Gold quality kit. It's 16 count Ada, I believe. There's some back stitch, there's quarter stitches, French knots, excuse me. It uses anchor thread, and the finished size is 22.5 by 15 inches. Comes with a needle threader, and they make these in Moldova. But I'm really excited about this. Really excited. I had not heard of them before, really. So that is the kit that I got, and I'm so pumped about it. So yeah, that is my haul. I will be back. I'm hoping every 2 weeks I can do this. We'll just see. I know I have some things to edit. I need to be more concise because I have a tendency to just ramble, and I know I don't need to do that, but it just kind of happens, so I need to work on that. But anyway, so yeah, so I hope that you've enjoyed coming and hanging out with me. I really appreciate y'all. More than y'all know, this being my second video since I've restarted my channel. I had so much love and likes and comments. I had quite a few comments on my last video, I think 4, which y'all wouldn't believe it, but that is crazy to me because I gained subscribers as well. My channel did not grow, and it's my own fault. I did not put enough into my channel and stay consistent with it for the last 1.5 years or so. Even before that, it was touch and go, but I really want to this time. I really enjoy it. I've brought a new like feel, I think, to the videos with my intros and things. I'm really enjoying creating these. So anyway, but I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. Y'all enjoy spooky season. I did want to let y'all know that I think that I might try to do some weekend vlogs during the month, like Flossoween maybe type vlogs, and just show y'all what we're doing. We're gonna be watching lots of Halloween movies and making all the Halloween snacks and doing some fun things, going to the fair, things like that. So I thought maybe I could bring y'all along and do some weekend vlogs. But anyway, let me know what you think about that in the comments. I'm gonna start editing this, and I will see you soon with another video. Thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing. I'll try to link things below that you might have questions about, and I will see y'all later. Bye.